today we're looking at some sleepers for fantasy drafts who you could take and really get the edge on the opponent. Nico, you were telling me you had some in mind.
Yeah, when I think of sleepers, honestly, my mind goes to pitchers because pitching is always vital in my fantasy seasons, and it's always a make or break. And one of the pitchers I went with is John Means because right now he's ranked overall 308, and that's undrafted in many leagues. Most leagues don't go to 308 players, so this is a guy you could get at any time. A solid guy, all-star last season, and he's expected to not get drafted. I mean, guy's going to put up solid numbers. Yeah, he's in Baltimore, but he had a 3.6 ERA in Baltimore, and he got 12 wins. He's got good stuff, and you could get him as a steal at any time in the draft.
I agree with you. I think he's definitely someone to look after. Definitely a little more well-known name for my guy. I chose a former top prospect, Andrew Benintendi. The man really fizzled out from what expectations were of him of previous seasons, but still he finished with a league average 100 OPS plus. He's entering his age 25 season, so he's going to hit that. He's hitting that stretch of this will be his quote-unquote prime years.
Mm-hmm.
And I think in the wake of the Mookie Betts trade, obviously Alex Verdugo coming in, but Benintendi will really, him and Devers and JD Martinez will be a mainstay. They'll be the big three there. And he's kind of teetering in the top 100 kind of area. But I think he can be a star in that upper echelon of elite outfielders this year. I mean, the man does have the pedigree for it. We've seen flashes of his abilities. But I think he can pull a Yoan Moncada of last year of sorts and really break out and show us to be a staple guy in our lineup.
Yeah, I definitely agree. That guy's rated at like 125 overall in the draft. If you could get him at 125 overall, I say that's an absolute steal. This guy has good stuff. The Red Sox have enough confidence to depend on him as one of their go-to guys. It's Benintendi, Devers, and now Verdugo. And this guy's only going to step up in Mookie Betts' absence.
I would just say just don't be afraid to jump on him. If you feel the timing is right, definitely jump on him. A guy you don't want to wait on.
A lot of upside.
You said you had another pitcher in mind as well.
Yeah, I have another pitcher that would basically go undrafted. It's Zach Plesac, and he's even farther down. And there's not a ton of stats on Plesac in the majors, but last year was his first go, and he had 21 starts. He had 8 wins and 6 losses, and that's a solid pitcher for 21 games with a 3.8 ERA. He showed he has the stuff. He had 88 strikeouts. That's a good amount for the little portion of play he got.
Mm-hmm. I definitely like watching him. I watched him a couple times. He's definitely a guy that will get better as it goes. He came off to a very hot start, cooled off a little as expected. But like I said, I totally agree with you. He could easily come back in.
It's not a guy you're going to take going to the draft like, oh, I'm going to get Zach Plesac. But if you're towards the end of the draft and you don't know what to do, this is a name you could just give it a shot.
Right. I don't see him hurting your team.
Mm-hmm.
I think anything you get that's above average start is gravy, but he's a consistent guy.
Pitching is hard to come by, and he can give you a good amount of points.
Right.
I'd say.
For me, it's a guy in Arizona that, he doesn't really come off as a household name. Oh, well, obviously, that's why we have this one. Is Zach Gallen. Traded from Miami to Arizona. He fills in a young core of pitchers and players. And I just he had a 2.5 WAR. That's the part that stood out to me. And those type of guys at age 23 don't exactly grow on trees.
Yeah.
ERA plus in the 155, hundreds league average. He seems like a standout guy who will keep developing. And I think on a Diamondbacks team that added talent this year and didn't take away from it, he will only get better. I think having guys like Bumgarner to mentor him, have Calhoun in the outfield playing solid defense, the recently extended Nick Ahmed, I think overall he has the resources to be better.
Oh, definitely. He shows that he has the stuff and he has a decent squad behind him.